Pierre Poilievre comes out against the use of puberty blockers on children, and Justin Trudeau comes out against Justin Trudeau. Now, this was an interesting scene as this scrum came out this morning. Now, it came out just after I finished my video, and definitely had to put this one out as soon as I got home. It really is an important topic to bring up, and I'm really glad that he finally came out and said it, but it kind of took him a bit. He took a bit of coaxing from these reporters, but of course they wanted to dig this out of him. And now there's a bit of nuance to this. So I instead of just showing some of the sound bites that are floating around social media, I'm going to show this whole exchange, and I'll pause it from time to time just to give a bit of commentary on this. But this is the long exchange of this scrum in Ottawa of Pierre Poilievre.
Do you support age restrictions for puberty blockers and hormone therapies for trans kids?
I think that Justin Trudeau is trying to divide and distract Canadians by spreading disinformation about the decisions that premiers and parents are making.
What do you think? What do you think? I want to know your position.
What is your own party policy? It's your own party policy. At party convention.
I think we should protect the rights of parents to make their own decisions.
What does it mean?
With regards to their children.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop here really quick. The press have been really trying to push in and trying to get him to, and I made a video about this just the other day. They want him to butt into politics in other provinces. Now, it's not the federal purview to talk about what should be done with kids in schools when it comes to how they're taught, what they're taught, and how the schools conduct themselves. That is a provincial issue, and he's been staying out of it largely. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, including myself, think that this is a good stance, especially after years of Justin Trudeau's government overreaching and going and doing things that they don't have any purview over, and actually undue pressure where they ought not be doing that. Now, this is why they keep poking at it, because it's a hot button political issue. Now, they try to pry it out of him the best they can, and well, this is what happens.
Should have the freedom to make any decision they want about their bodies.
With mine,
I'm
going to say this, and this is a really good point, is that on both sides of the aisles, people are accusing the other side of this or that. Now, what people on the left side of the aisle are accusing the people on the right is that they're trying to erase transgender people. This is not the case. People don't care what adults want to do with their own lives, and this is a very mainstream concept. Is that when you're an adult, you can make your own choices in a free, fair, and open society to do what you would like with your body, no matter how other people think of it. Now, when it comes to children, this is a completely different story. And we're talking about people who are getting in between parents and their children. And this is where, you know, people are quite upset about this and are tending to side with Pierre Poilievre on this situation.
Medical interventions for minors, as your own party members suggested.
Medical interventions like what?
That is the language that your party
What medical
used.
Interventions?
Well, you would have to ask your party members.
What medical interventions?
Such as puberty blockers and hormone.
For minors?
Yeah. Yes.
Irreversible? You're talking about irreversible?
I would like to understand your
I just want to be
position.
clear. No, I want to be clear. I just want to be clear.
For minors.
Puberty blockers for minors?
Do you agree with that?
Do you agree with that?
I think that we should protect children and
What
their
does that
ability
mean?
to make adult decisions when they're adults.
So you
And that
think
would protect-
only adults should make the... you said...
Okay, and he really is trying to dance around this. It is a political game. This is how politics work. Don't answer the question directly, because this is a thing. He ends up just coming out and saying it.
Yes, just to be clear, you said yes, only adults should take puberty blockers?
I think we should protect children, let them make adult decisions when they become adults.
So that means
you do
you
support age restrictions?
you are against puberty blockers for kids under the age of 18. Is that
Yes.
unclear? Okay. What about, can I ask
Yes.
you about in Alberta?
By the way, I just want to make another comment on this. Justin Trudeau is again puffing out his chest, trying to divide Canadians and attack parents who are trying to protect their kids. He will, in the end, back down on this, just like he had to back down on his firearms policy, just like he had to back down on bringing in medical assistance in dying for people suffering from mental illness. Just like he's backing down again and again and again, he will back down on this because he is not interested in protecting kids. He's interested in using this as a divisive wedge to distract from doubling housing costs and quadrupling carbon taxes on our people.
But it's for you,
And that is a really good point. It really is a wedge divisive issue that, I mean, when it comes down to it, the majority of Canadians, the massive majority of people aren't really keen on this kind of stuff. Yeah, behave how you want when you're an adult, but don't get in between parents and their children. Now, Justin Trudeau, of course, in his media scrum, had this to say.
I think we've seen, so let me just answer in English on this one, because it really is important.
Is it?
The fact that Premier Smith and Pierre Poilievre want government to take away the option for parents and their vulnerable youth in consultation with their doctors to make the right decisions for them is anchored in ideology and is not about protecting the most vulnerable.
Is it? Is it really?
Our government will do whatever it takes to protect the most vulnerable.
And what is that they want to do to protect the most vulnerable? Now, here's a clip from Joe Rogan where he was interviewing Adam ruins everything. Well, he ruins his own argument in this because he took the side of Justin Trudeau in this, and Joe Rogan brought up this really great, interesting point.
Like, embrace that identity.
But it is a choice, right? I mean, if you're choosing to add hormones to a child's body, that's a choice.
It's a choice blockers. It's a choice on the part of the parent. It's not a choice on the part of the child to like in the same way that being gay isn't a choice. Yeah.
Okay, but if that's who they are, if they think that they're a girl, why do you have to give them hormones to make them more of a girl?
Oh snap! Now that's a real great question. If you're just letting them be who they want to be, why do you need to add anything to that?
Because I'm sorry, can you expand on the question?
It's a simple question. If you say that the child thinks it's a girl, so you're going to give the child hormones.
Mm-hmm.
If the child thinks it's a girl, let it be a girl. Like, you don't have, why are you adding hormones? If you're shooting hormones into a child and you're affecting the child's development, you're saying that's not a choice. That's nonsense. Of course it's a choice. You're choosing to chemically change this child's body. You're choosing to inject things into this child's body on a regular basis that are going to radically affect the physical development of their body.
Yeah.
And you're saying that this isn't a choice. Well, it's definitely a choice to do that.
So what trans people express, and again, I'm not an expert. This is from me talking to my trans friends and seeing what other trans folks say, is that the experience of being trans and not receiving hormones, right, and not having the body that you identify with, the feeling of dysphoria, right, is extremely painful and is a condition unto itself, right, and the feeling of not belonging with the body that you have, of that mismatch, right, that seems to be.
I'll break it to you. The long form is he doesn't answer the question. It really just comes down to, I feel this way about this thing, and we should give them drugs in order to change their brain, their body and brain chemistry. And this is how it is. Now, parents all over Canada came out last summer. This is a scene from Vancouver. They came out last summer to protest against this stuff happening in their schools and teaching this ideology to children.
This is the scene here in Vancouver. It's unbelievable. It's amazing to see such a turnout. I'm Clyde, yes. How you doing? Oh, thank you.
Great turnout. So it was a lot of fun. It was good to meet like-minded parents out there that are sharing this opinion. Now, on the other side of things, Justin Trudeau, because of this popularity, Justin Trudeau is on, he's on the offensive, trying to take out Pierre Poilievre with all these different new schemes and phrases and catchphrases and stuff. This is his most recent one, and it really, I don't know what he was thinking about this one, because it kind of destroys everything.
Mr. Speaker, what we hear from the Leader of the Opposition is under the previous Conservative government, everything was perfect, and what he is proposing to do is to make Canada great again. That is not what Canadians want. He is pining for a nostalgia that, quite frankly, Canadians do not feel. They remember what he did as part of Stephen Harper's failed housing minister. He remembers the rights of Indigenous peoples violated.
Okay, stumbling and bumbling again. Justin Trudeau. This is amazing. Trudeau's latest attack against Pierre Poilievre is a real doozy. Pierre says Canada was great before Trudeau, and he wants to make Canada great again. How awful, eh? This is really the position of Justin Trudeau. Is that a strategy? I was waiting for the punchline, but it was just no. Yeah, things were great before Trudeau, and we want to make them great again. And incidentally, I think this should be Trudeau's new campaign strategy, maybe slogan that he can run with. Keep Canada broken. Justin Trudeau. I think that one is a little more fitting. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about Pierre coming out and actually saying it against puberty blockers for children. He's not saying that they shouldn't be able to use them as an adult or whatever, any of these hormone treatments as adults. This is the decisions of grown people in their own lives. What do? You can't do anything about it. It's their freedom. It's their choice to do that. But children are a completely different story. And a lot of people are feeling that way. Are you one of them? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.